Hey everyone, welcome to another Everyday Enlightenment at 11:11. And I want to share a tip with you to help you shift your mood. Okay, one of my teachers shared this with me a few years ago, and it's really helped me, and it's something that's super fun and I love, so I wanted to share it with you and pay it forward. But before we talk about that, the first thing, it's important to understand that all emotions are not created equally. And that's because I'm talking about in the vibrational sense, really. All emotions are not created equal in a vibrational sense. And that is because everything is energy. And it's important to understand that emotions are energy in motion. Emotions can vibrate at different speeds. All right, so I'm going to say that again. So everything is energy. That's kind of the basis for understanding this conversation. And emotions are energy in motion. And emotions can vibrate, and energy can vibrate at different speeds. We know that. So energy vibrating at slower speeds feels very different than energy that vibrates at higher speeds, okay? And so energy vibrating at slower speeds, they generally feel heavier. That energy is moving much slower, so it feels like there's a lot of density to it, right? And so when you're feeling these slower vibrating emotions, it feels heavy. It feels like it can weigh you down. And in general, it doesn't feel good, right? And so these are the slower vibrating emotions of things like shame, fear, guilt, anger, apathy, that type of thing. And if you're feeling those things, it doesn't feel good, right? There's a heaviness to them. Versus on the opposite side, there are emotions that vibrate at much higher speeds, right? And so these in general, they feel much, much better, right? So because they're vibrating at a higher speed, there's less density to them. And they generally make us feel better, right? And so when we're in these faster vibrating emotional energies, those are generally things of the love vibration or higher. So we're talking about love, joy, peace, connection, enlightenment, expansion. And those feel very differently than slower vibrating emotions. So knowing that your mood is an indicator of where you are vibrationally can be super helpful. Because if you're aware of how you feel, which I think everybody should be aware of how they feel, and you want to change it, you can do that. Because as I've said before, you're the boss of you. Everybody has the power within them to change how they feel. And so if you want to shift your emotions from a slower vibrating emotion into a faster vibrating emotion, one of the easiest ways I've found to do that is music, right? Music. Do you remember concerts? Haven't been to one in a while, but do you remember concerts? And so if you've been to a concert, you know that music can shift your mood like that, right? Because you get into this space where there's a faster vibrating energy, there's a faster vibrating emotions, and it just pulls you up to it, right? You have no choice but to meet that. It's kind of how crystals work too, by the way. So your subconscious knows when you listen to something and it shifts you because you start to feel better, physically and mentally and emotionally. So my ask to you is to do this on purpose. Find a way to make music support you when you're in a shitty mood, okay? It's not that hard because, most of us have access to music these days. And so, have a song or have multiple songs that you can go to when you want to feel a certain way to move you from the slower vibrating energies or emotions into the higher vibrating, or not higher, the faster vibrating energies or emotions. So back in my day, we had mixtapes. I'm dating myself, but we had mixtapes. And so you would record songs off the radio on a cassette player, and then you would put them then you would play them back and dance around your bedroom and think about the guy or think about the girl or think about you know, the soccer game or whatever. And it would just like help get you into this like faster vibrating emotion, right? And so now it's so much easier to do that with all the streaming services, because you have access to so much more music now. You don't have to like buy the tape or buy the CD or like wait for it to play on the radio. So it's so much easier to create a high vibe playlist, right? And so I have multiple playlists. I have a lot of playlists actually. And so whatever type of mood or whatever type of energy you want to sit in, you want to find the music that helps you get there. So when you can't get there, you want the music to support you, right? So I have music, I have playlists for like relaxation and just like chilling, whether I'm like cooking or cleaning. I have playlists that I dance around my living room to. I have playlists that help me sort of reach that like super conscious state when I'm like wanting to go into meditation or something like that, and like really connect to my guides or like get answers and things like that. So the great thing is your music can be from any genre. I have stuff that's like 70s rock, 80s pop, jazz, oldies, Euro beats, you know, like scores of movies are great. Like, so if you ever like, if you watch a lot of dramas, whether it's, or any movie really, whether it's like Star Wars to, you know, a really sad movie, you listen to the music and it not manipulates, but it's like there to support a certain mood, right? And so movie scores are really great too, to use to help support you. So you get to decide what mood you want to experience, and then you find the music that matches that for you. And it's going to be different for everybody. So whether you want to relax, whether you want to be fired up, whether you want to feel like a superhero, you get to find the songs that make you feel that way, and then you group them together. And whenever you need help moving from here to here, whenever you need help or assistance moving from a slower, denser energy, vibrational energy into a lighter, faster vibrational energy, you put the music on, you listen to the playlist, and you're like, all right, we're gonna do this. And it starts to percolate in your energy, and it starts to shift your mood. And that's a really powerful way to be able to manage yourself, especially during challenging times, or when you're feeling stressed out, or when you're feeling like shit, or when like things are going wrong in your life and you're like, I need a minute. I need a minute. So it's very powerful to be able to move your energy. And sometimes if you need a little help, or you feel a little tired, or you just feel a little run down, you're like, I can't do this by myself, the music is a great way to support you. So it's fun to put them together. So use the music to help support an elevated emotion in yourself. Okay. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have questions. If you have a playlist, I would love, or a song that just like gets to you, I would love to hear your song, because I'm always looking for suggestions and things to add to my playlist. And let me know if you want me to share mine. I can do that in my stories. But I think it's going to be so great to have just another way of support. So make your high vibe playlist. I promise it will support you. I love them. And take care of yourself, you guys. Do all the things, all the self-care this week. Super important. So have a beautiful week, and I will see you soon.